Welcome to the Wellness Collective, where real people come for real self-care. Our hosts are Varner Spencer, CRNA, joined by Dr. Jans Taylor, nurse practitioner, and James Perkins, mental health counselor. Each episode, we keep it honest and practical, mind, body, and everyday life, so you can take what you hear and use it right away. Breathe, balance, become self-care for real life, one episode at a time.
Welcome back. We are so excited for this episode. As you see, we don't have James with us. He is under the weather. So, James, we wish you the best and we hope you feel better soon, but we do miss you. So,
Absolutely.
I am Dr. Jans, your nurse practitioner, and
I am Varna Spencer, your nurse anesthetist and founder of the Healing Consultant.
all right. So, what we'll talk about today is an interesting topic, actually. Recharge. The power of detoxing. So, we'll talk about what that looks like, what that is, what that can be, all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then, we can talk about, is that a fad or something that we really need to think about, So,
Well, I think they know our answer.
yes, yes, absolutely. Because that's what we're all about,
That's what we're all about.
recharging and detoxing.
Yeah,
All
phenomenal.
right. So before we get into our topic of today, let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about some hot topics. What we got, Miss Varna?
Oh, Lord, baby, what don't we have,
I
right?
know, I tell you.
we could spend the whole time on that, and then and telling people why they need to detox.
Yeah.
Um, um,
A mental detox because the way these
yes,
gas prices keep going up,
mental and physical, and
yeah, we're gonna need a little bite.
yeah, and the war, of course.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
people say it, and the war,
Hmm.
possibility of our young men and women losing their lives.
Yeah.
That's a biggie, and everything that goes with that.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
um, all of that. Just everyday lives. So I guess, like, for hot topics, I guess the topic is, kind of like how are y'all doing? Because you're right, the gas prices are up. Um, we're like in a war. We're fighting,
Yeah.
we're fighting on several fronts here. Um, people are having a hard time with gas. They're having a
Yeah.
hard time with food. They're having a hard time with the cost of living.
Right. Right.
Wow.
Everything. And I did read the other day that actually probably this morning or yesterday
Hmm.
that of course oil prices are going up again.
Hmm.
You know, um,
They're at
and
what, like
so
$144 a gallon crude oil. So that's pretty. I, that's a little more than what they expected.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
With no end in sight.
No, no,
Yeah,
because as we all know, as of this conversation, the Straits of Hormuz is not open.
yeah,
So
yeah. And
yeah.
then we can't help too to talk about this whole TSA issue.
Mm.
With ICE coming in and working at these airports and when it first happened, actually I traveled out of town. It wasn't too bad.
Mm.
Um, but I think people had that fear of, and it was where I went to, but people had that fear of let's get to the airport super early because that airport was like crazy packed. But there were areas that were affected more than others. And
Mhm.
then the pay itself, the big controversy around Tyler Perry helping, the Atlanta
Yes.
officers out. I'm like, man, like let these people be. They're working with no pay and they still got bills that's coming in, and I'm sure these mortgage companies, these, car places, they want their money.
Oh, absolutely. And what, it was $1,000, I think?
$1,000, and that probably will be gone in 2 minutes.
Oh, well, that
I
was my.
know I can spend it.
Oh, yeah. I remember, if I get the story correct, they were saying that Tyler actually gave basically what, $250,000
$250,000. Yep.
worth of those gift cards.
Yeah.
and they passed them out. And then a couple of days later, the administration wanted them all back.
No.
I would have been like, yeah, no, I
Yeah.
spent mine.
But, people need to feel appreciated too because they're working with no pay, and they're working doing their job with smiles on their face.
Yeah,
Let
for the
them
most part.
have they need that. I mean, the thing we shouldn't be battling is whether someone get paid or not. That's just the most insane thing ever.
Well, yes, but you know, it's it's the sign of the times.
Yeah, so sad, so
You know,
sad.
it's just sad. I mean, they're what? They're getting paid now, but seriously, I don't
Yeah,
think they've gotten their back pay yet.
not completely. They haven't gotten all of it, and some apparently have only gotten a portion of their pay too, so that's
Mm.
the other issue, so it's still ongoing, praying for those that are been affected, hopefully things will open up and things will get a little bit better,
Oh,
for those folks. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I hope so. And it's and you're just hoping for the best for everyone
Mhm. Yep.
because now we're to a point now that people are just trying to survive.
Yeah, we've been surviving for a long time.
Yeah, yeah. We
Yeah,
have
yeah, and we really are, surviving now with all things going, everything going up but your paycheck.
absolutely,
Yep. Yep.
absolutely.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
I think that's going to be the way it's going to be for a
For a
while.
while. Yep. Yep.
It
And
really
that kinda leads me into, like, a topic that I had, thought about,
is.
with the mental health crisis, how that all plays into, people needing more therapy, our younger population, things that they're dealing with. I talk to a lot of people and, just to see the young adults,
Mhm.
things that they're dealing with and they're needing to take, like, time away from school or, it's interesting the sign of the times because, we were younger,
Mhm. We were.
you just get I mean,
It happened. Yeah.
but we didn't have all this, like, social media,
No.
issues, that people see and that they are influenced by.
That's right.
Um, so, and then having, 3 younger ones of my own or
Mhm.
young adults now
Yeah.
'cause they getting old.
Yeah.
So it's, you pay more attention to that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I think that they have, their struggles are different
Yeah.
than ours were. Um, and I think that them trying to develop the skill sets sometimes
Mhm.
to address these issues because 'cause they're
Yep.
very adult issues.
Yep.
Um,
They very really are.
yeah,
Really are. Yep.
and them
Yep.
trying to cope with it and adjust to it,
Mhm.
um,
Yep.
can be overwhelming, I
Yeah.
think.
And then even us as parents, we think, "Oh, well, this how I handle it. This is what I did." We have to understand that times are different. Like, kids are exposed to things that we weren't necessarily exposed to or exposed in a different way to a
Mhm.
lot more. So the way they handle things is a lot different. So I think
Yes.
even as a parent, we have to truly take a step back and understand, like, what's going on in the world. What
Mhm.
are they exposed to?
Yes.
Because too, you don't wanna hinder them from, not seeing certain things or being exposed a little bit
Yeah.
because they gotta be able to survive,
Well,
but also
they have to develop coping skills.
yeah, you gotta talk to them. You gotta
Yes.
communicate.
Well, and unfortunately, for most people, um, you have to be exposed to things
Yeah, yep,
in order to learn, to grow, to
yep,
make mistakes, and to get
mhm,
back up again.
yep,
And
yep,
that's
absolutely.
that you have to have the ability to do that.
Mhm, yep,
Um, and I just hope that we are helping them develop those skills so that
yeah,
these things, these events, and they're life altering, life changing events for a lot of them.
mhm. Yeah, they
They
truly are.
really are. These
Yep,
are unprecedented times.
uh-huh,
It's hard.
yep,
It's hard for us adults to deal with it,
absolutely.
let alone asking,
Absolutely,
young
and,
person
that's
about.
where we miss James today,
Ah,
because, this is a big piece of needing,
yeah,
therapy, or someone that you can talk to, For me, it's important, to have someone who look like my
Mhm.
sons, that understand, things that they may be dealing with or what they're going through.
Absolutely.
As black and brown males in
Mhm.
this country.
Oh, absolutely. Because, it's the struggle has always been there.
Yeah.
Um, and, sometimes it's just I think sometimes it's just more intensified, with these times,
Yeah. Yeah.
with these times.
Yeah. Especially, going through the whole the era of Black Lives Matter,
Mhm.
when that was, you
Mm,
know, talked about every day, often,
yeah.
and so even now,
Mhm.
you still feel the effects of that. We may not talk about it as much, but still, it's still relevant.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely, it does, and it has to those discussions have to continue. Um,
Mhm.
it's just there's so many other things going on,
Yep.
you
Yep.
know, and
Yep.
it's a lot.
So parents, I encourage you to talk to your children, even your friends, your family. Just because they're older, doesn't exempt them from feeling any, um, depression symptoms or issues, especially with
Mhm.
everything that's going on in the world today.
Absolutely. I think you
Mhm.
should probably pay more attention to them because their coping skills is just to say everything's fine.
Yep. Uh huh. Yep.
I mean, that's what "Oh, no, it's fine.
Yep.
I'm
And
fine."
it's not. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And they need to understand that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. Let somebody know. And that's why we tell our boys all the time, like, we are here to talk to you. I
Mhm.
know, my kids, I know when something is wrong and
Yeah.
I know when to push and I know when to kind of step back and just kind of hover a little bit.
Mhm.
And eventually they'll tell you what's wrong.
Yeah,
But that's that relationship we built.
absolutely.
Hmm.
That's over time.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, because I mean, you gotta get to know them.
You do. Especially as they grow, they change.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Absolutely.
it's amazing they become adults.
In a blink of an eye.
I tell you, 'cause
In a
my
blink
oldest he'll be 23 and I'm like, "Oh."
Well, I'm not gonna tell you how old X is, so
My baby about to be 17. I'm like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah, it happens.
yeah,
It happens in a blink of an eye.
I blink, I
It
blink."
does, it does.
All right, so let's get to our topic of today.
Okay,
So
let's get
let's
to it.
talk a little bit more about recharging and,
Mhm.
detoxing. Kinda what does it look like? When is it
Yes.
time to let go? Um, and so,
So
when
much.
we think about detox, everybody use that word detox. What does
Yes.
that mean?
Well, yeah, because people use it like it's a fad, like
Yeah,
it's like it's not a lifestyle, like it's just it's a fad, I'll do a 30-day detox,
right.
you know?
Yeah. And what are
Yeah.
you detoxing from?
Yeah.
It could be anything. Um, but when we think about it, it can be mental and physical.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah. And
But when
it's
we think about detoxing, though, that's that.
Mhm.
And then, well, when we think about it in a more physical, healthy way,
Mhm.
we always think about a way of like cleansing your body, filtering your liver, your kidneys, just kind of help your body restore that balance, what we call homeostasis.
Yeah, homeostasis, balance.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
my area, the ECS. That's what
Yeah,
it
I hadn't
does.
used that word in a long time.
Oh,
But truly, that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And then you really your body. So one system
Mhm.
affects the other. And I was
Absolutely.
reading something earlier about gut health, and
Oh, yeah.
skin.
Oh, yeah.
Your gut can directly affect your skin, because of like the toxins and all the what we call like the microbiome, the
Mhm.
imbalance and all that good stuff, which I knew that. But I
Mhm.
started reading because, gut health is my whole thing because that's something that I've struggled with for several years, actually.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I think people don't understand that your body wants to be in balance. It
Yes.
struggles and it strives to do it.
Yep. Yep.
It really does. It wants it struggles, it tries, and it will do whatever it feels it needs to do to
Mhm.
try to get you into balance.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I think that what people don't understand is that your body gives you triggers. It lets you know that it's out of balance,
Yep. Yep.
and it
And
tries
things,
hard.
yeah, and your body, like you said, your body will tell you. And some of those things, so like fatigue, brain fog,
Hmm.
um, skin breakout.
Oh,
There's a
absolutely.
lot of ways that your body will tell you when you need to detox and when you
Yeah,
need to let go.
yeah. And
Yep.
you just talked about GI symptoms. Yes,
Hmm.
the
Yep.
bloating, the inflammation,
Yep.
all of that.
Yep. And
That's big
and
signs.
and going back to several episodes where we talked about, inflammation, cortisol levels, that all that.
Absolutely. Like I
Hmm.
said, your body is forever trying to balance itself.
Yep. Yep.
Always. It
Hmm.
never stops trying to do it. Even when you're asleep,
Right.
it's
You know,
trying.
and speaking of sleep, if you're not getting adequate sleep, you're not helping your body kind of, regroup.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Your body tends to shut down.
Mhm.
That's, I mean, you and I both know, I know coming from call shifts and 24
Yeah.
hours, 36 hours staying up, when you're sleep deprived,
Oh gosh.
you're a hot mess.
A
And your
hot
body
mess.
knows you're a hot mess.
Yep.
And it starts shutting down.
Mhm. Yep. Yep. And I have actually experienced that in nursing school.
Oh, yeah.
Just going like in school, kids are active. I had a infant
Yeah.
at the time, and they got what they my two oldest were active in sports and just trying to do all the things because I'm being a student, I'm being a mom, I'm a
Yeah.
wife, and I just kept feeling so bad. I went to the doctor, and the lady told me, she said, "You're just exhausted."
'Cause it's a diagnosis.
It is.
People come into the ED for it all the
Yep.
time.
It very much is, and like you can't eat, you can't sleep, your body is just like on shutdown mode, and you're still trying to push and go.
Because your body is a system. I don't
Mhm.
think people understand it. It's a system,
Yep.
and that system continuously strives for balance,
Yep.
period.
Yep.
It continuously does it, and if you are not feeding it correctly, if you're
Yep.
not resting, if you're stressed, if you're doing all of that, eventually, and you're not sleeping,
Yep. Yep.
eventually it just says, "Oh, forget it. I'm
Yeah.
shutting down."
And I
And
like to use the analogy, your body is like a car.
mhm,
You gotta put oil in it, you gotta put gas in it, you clean it, right?
yeah,
Hopefully.
I use the right
Uh,
kind of gas.
yeah. So, what do we do to our bodies? Are we, giving our bodies the nutrients, the
Yeah,
gas, changing oil, the sleep, the rest,
mhm,
all those things to get our body to function to its optimal
yeah,
peak.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's what it craves.
Yeah.
It's what it's going to do, and it's going to do it. I
Yeah.
think people need to understand.
Right.
It's going to do it. So
Yeah.
if you're not managing sleep, if you're not managing your mood, you're not
Mhm.
managing stress,
Yep.
you're not managing your food intake,
Uh-huh. Yep.
yeah,
And
it's
not
going
just
to.
food, what food are you eating? A lot of
Yeah,
processed foods, aren't, they aren't good for us.
no.
These drive-throughs, they're quick and easy and convenient,
Mhm.
but they
And cheap.
pricey now,
Yeah.
and they're full of stuff that's not good for us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely,
Yep. Yep.
absolutely, and
And
I
then
and I think people need to realize that.
yeah, and then you think about the environmental issues, toxins, the atmosphere,
Mhm,
what's out there, pollution and smoking, just different things that you may be exposed to. All
mhm.
those things, are like overloading your body.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
and then you're not hydrating yourself enough.
Mm-mm,
Mhm. Yep.
and hydrating yourself with electrolytes and with
Yes,
and trying to balance it.
and balance it.
Um,
Yep. Yep.
I think people think, "Oh, if I just drink, 8 glasses of water a day." No, it doesn't work
Mhm.
that way.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
It just doesn't, not 'cause your body needs to replenish.
It does. It does.
It
Yep.
does. You're
Yep.
going all day long.
Mhm. Yep.
You're going all day long.
Mhm.
On sometimes little to no energy. You're
Yeah.
not, as you say, you're not putting any gas in the car.
Right. None.
And then you wonder why the engine doesn't work or the check
Right.
engine light is on.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Don't change the oil.
Yeah,
Try
why
that for a
the
long
stuff
time.
is blinking in it.
Yeah.
Where
Yep.
you got all those things blinking in your car.
Mhm. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, and we
Yep.
just keep riding with the check engine light on,
Uh-huh.
you know?
Eventually, that car is gonna leave you sitting on side of the road.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
will.
will.
Mhm. Yep.
You'll find yourself, like, passed out at home trying to get up out of bed and you can't, and you wonder
Yep.
why.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That's
Yep.
why.
Yep. And then, thinking about the this physical aspect of it, of
Mhm.
detox and mental detox, and it could be, you know, maybe we need to mentally detox from home.
Mhm.
Maybe there's some stressors in the home. It could be work environment. Maybe you need to take some time off from work. You know, you know, a relationship that may not be in your best interest, or whatever that
Yeah,
looks like.
that
But
is
you have to mentally detox from things as well.
oh, absolutely.
Yep.
People, places, and things.
Uh huh. Yep.
All
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 those.
3 of them.
Uh huh.
You have
Yep.
to.
Yep.
Yeah, and yeah, but, that comes with, you getting to know yourself.
Yes. Yep.
Come
Knowing your triggers, what
Yep,
things, and then even thinking about what things that you will tolerate and what you won't.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Setting boundaries,
Mhm.
and
Yep.
real recognizing that, okay, you know what? I've reached my limit.
Yep.
This is my cutoff,
Mhm. Yep.
you know?
And you have to think, get in a place of peace. And
Mhm.
what does that look like for you? And
Yeah.
nobody can disturb that.
No. I always say is, you have to
You
find your
do.
joy,
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
whatever that looks like.
Mhm. Yep.
Whether that's taking a couple of minutes and just going, "You know what? I need to reset."
Yep. Mhm. And it's
Throughout
a must. Journaling can help you detox because it
Mhm.
can truly, I think journaling is not talked about enough. It definitely helps you get your thoughts out and it clears your mind, but it also is something freeing about journaling.
Well, you can brain dump.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, you can.
'Cause, and I journal as a teen years ago,
Mhm.
and I picked it back up just back in the last couple of years,
Mm,
last 2 years, I'll say. And, and I was challenged actually when I started my business to write something every day.
mhm.
And it was something positive about me, something that I did for myself. And then that just kind of like stirred back in me. I need to journal again,
Mhm.
because that definitely has helped me even like work through things that I have never talked to anyone about.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's incredibly beneficial
Yep.
because, as I said, you get to brain dump. You
Mhm.
get to let all of that out.
Yep. And you can write your feelings out
Yeah.
and and can woosah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can. And you can get some of that stuff that's rattling around in your brain, you can get it out.
Yeah, yeah, and that's important,
It is.
guys, so take up journaling. Just go get you a notepad and an ink pen. Cost you $2. Well, can't even get it from Dollar Tree now, what they say, $1.25 store.
Yeah,
Uh,
and it
but you
doesn't
can go there and get
you
you
know
some
what?
little books and write down stuff.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to make sense, you don't have to
At
write
all.
complete sentences.
Nope.
Um,
All over the place. You can talk about yesterday and you can talk about today.
you can
I
and
mean,
it can
today
be
and then tomorrow,
anything. It can be anything that's on your mind.
anything,
Anything.
anything. It don't have to make sense to nobody
No,
but you.
it doesn't have to have structure or reason.
Yeah, because I can promise you none of mine have structure.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have structure, you're not writing a great novel.
Yeah,
You're just putting down what you think.
what you thinking, how you feeling.
Yeah, in
Yep.
that moment.
Mhm.
'Cause it doesn't have to be, people always say, "Oh, well, you can do it at the day or at the end of your in the morning, at the beginning of your morning." Honestly, you can do it anytime you want to.
Anytime.
If
Yeah.
you feel, if you're taking a 5-minute break and you're like, "I just need to get this out of my head," do it. Heck, we have phones. If you want to dictate it,
Right.
hit
Easiest
that
thing you can do.
yeah,
Yep.
hit that record button if you want to and just let her rip, or
Yep.
hit that little microphone
Mhm.
and it dictates.
Yep. But I encourage you to find a space though that you can go and get some kind of isolation time while you're doing that. So that way you can talk freely, write freely, be free to feel how you're feeling and to write your thoughts out. Because that's important because that too is freeing.
Oh yeah.
And don't be afraid to cry, y'all. If you're feeling, emotional about something, let it out. I promise you that that's detoxing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's
Yep.
absolutely detox. Um,
Mhm.
and you know, and I encourage you to do it, to set some time to do it, because you don't want to be breaking down in the middle of a grocery store, in the
Right.
and the produce aisle. And people, so it's important for you to
Unless you're
do
picking
it.
up an onion with a knife and cutting it,
Yeah.
so people
Well, and
won't
then
be
they're gonna talk
thinking.
to you about something else, because they're gonna talk to you about stealing.
They
So
might be like mental health issues.
they're gonna probably call the police and
Yeah.
talk to you and ask you, "Are you okay?"
Yep, yep,
So,
yep,
yeah,
yep.
I
But
always
what we're saying is it's important, that you develop some lifestyle practices that will help you detox, release, whether that's, there's some products out here that you can use to detox your liver, your kidneys, all that stuff. Listen, you don't have to go out searching too far because we got what you need.
absolutely. And I kind I want people to understand that, detox is not a fad. It's not like
Yeah,
let's do a 30-day detox, or, it's not something that you kind of pick up on Instagram and social
right.
media, and yeah, let's do this. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of detox we're talking about. We're
Mhm.
talking about a kind of detox that that is throughout your life, that you use throughout your life, and developing some
Yeah.
ways
Mhm.
to detox, heck, your everyday life.
Yep, these lifestyle practices that you
Mhm.
can incorporate, easily. And, if you're looking for stuff to take,
Yeah,
I would say consult before you do that because there's so much stuff out here that, you gotta know what's in stuff, not everything is good for you. And
absolutely.
you can't take what cousin taking because cousin may not have an issue, but you may have, so you just have to be careful, but definitely lifestyle practices.
Absolutely, because it is.
Mhm.
It's a lifestyle,
Yep. Yep.
and I always encourage, do it slowly,
Mhm.
you know, because unless you honestly develop a habit, because they say you develop a habit 21 to 28 days.
Yep.
You
Yep.
do every day, then
Mhm.
it becomes a habit.
Yep.
Um, and I think that's the thing, is that, we're just asking, we're giving people tools, you
Mhm.
know, that I would say, you have to have tools in your toolbox, um, to help them detox, because their life is detox. It's every day we're detoxing.
Mhm.
Oh, we try.
Or we need to.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
But right now, most people are trying and not succeeding, and that's
Uh-huh.
it. And
Yep.
that's what we're here for,
Yep.
is to just kind of, kind of give you some tools, because
Yeah.
we both know that, nothing's there's no miracle pill for it. You got to work. You got to work at
You
it.
do. In anything. So,
It
some things that you can think about is, like movement, whether that's like some walking. I always encourage walking because that's the cheapest thing that you can do if you can. If you
Absolutely.
can't, what are some of those little things that you can do, while you're sitting, stretching,
Oh yeah,
closing your eyes, deep breathing, things like that, that can help.
always
Sleep,
be. Yeah.
we've talked about sleep,
Hmm.
and what does that look like? And so, for most people that struggle with sleeping or getting a good night's rest, like shut off the noise,
Hmm.
put your phone down. You almost have to have, like a sleep um, time. Like, all right, I'm shutting down at 10 o'clock. Lights out at 10:15. No phone. So you got to get
Yeah.
yourself in a routine sometime
Yeah. And
to
that,
get.
I think that's important, because,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I preached. I have for a long time now. Preached a routine, a wind
Mhm.
down routine.
Yes. Yep.
Um, and I always say to people, okay, for lack of a better word, like mini homework, you
Mhm.
know, and it's simple. Find one thing I get well, it's three things. I always ask them, okay, what's the one thing that that you think is causing like inflammation? And that's usually like, is it food? Is it like, and I would say food. I'm like, are you eating too many chips?
Mhm,
Is it a lot of salt in your diet?
mhm.
Is it a bad habit? Just one thing. Pick
Yeah.
out one thing. Just name it. Okay. Put a name to it.
Mhm.
And I always say, the second thing is find something to support your body naturally. You
Yeah.
know, so is it that you need more sleep? Is it that you need to move? Is it that you need to hydrate?
Mhm.
What is it?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, find something.
Mhm.
And then yeah, and that ties into the third thing is that, start moving, stretch,
Mhm.
walk, you know,
Yep.
find something that helps you wind down. Is that a hot bath? You know,
Right.
is that, what is that?
Mhm.
Is it
Yep.
that you need to take really big cleansing breaths now?
Yep. Yep.
You know, because you've got to have a way to shut down your nervous system.
You do, because you gotta sleep. You got
Y-
to. That's a must.
Yeah, it's important.
Yep.
They
Yep.
say that, you go crazy with sleep deprivation.
You
Quicker,
do.
yeah, you'll
You do,
do.
and I'm a victim.
Oh yeah,
Working night shift for a long time, you
yeah.
know, and then you stay up all day, and this is a
Mhm,
recurring thing, when I was
mhm,
in working full time, working on my master's and, again, kids active in sports, and I'm that mom that show up. So I get
yeah,
off Friday, all week. I go to clinical, I work. Go to,
mhm,
class, clinical,
mhm.
work, up, getting the kids from school, work,
Yeah,
and then you're doing it again, and then weekend is here, you get off Friday night, and we have games all day.
absolutely. Yeah, we had Friday night football, and
Yep.
was it ACC? Was it the little basketball? Was that ACC basketball for the whole weekend? And you
Oh,
know,
the travel.
AAC, yeah,
Yeah.
travel ball, and
Uh-huh. Yep.
it's just it was just never ending,
Uh-huh. Yep,
never
and
ending.
it made me realize because and it was something as simple as I was trying to order food. Like, I was just trying to order pizza, and I had my husband driving, like, in Briar Creek. Uh, we lived in Durham, like, and apparently I had it delivered. I mean, I don't know, but he was like, "You we're never letting you do that again." Um,
I understand. I can remember being so tired that I I don't know, Kenneth was talking to me and he was like, "You just stop talking." As he came into the room and apparently I had fallen asleep with my shoe in my hand. I was trying to take off my shoes and just like fell asleep because I'd been up for like, I don't know, 30 something hours.
yes.
Um, yeah, and he was like, I came in and he said, I walked in the room because you just stopped talking to me. He said, and you were knocked out with a shoe in your hand.
Oh, yeah.
So, those things should not be happening.
My sister joked 'cause, she came to my house, and I was sitting on the chair, and she literally got up, walked to the front door, and I was asleep.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
was like, "Girl," that's why I can't blink long. Those long blinks we're done. So
Yeah, but that's kind of the that's I don't can't don't talk I don't know about any other profession, but that's kind of the life of a nurse. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the life of yeah, no, I know it's the life of a nurse anesthetist because you pull so much call,
Mhm.
so that's that. And again, you run depleted for such a long time.
Mhm. Yep, yep, and then during all that, you're not eating enough, properly, you're not clearly you're not hydrating, you're not using the bathroom enough.
No,
So,
and
you
you're
know
eating junk food, whatever.
that's it. Uh-huh.
I mean, I don't have a sweet tooth per se, but oh my God, me and chips were friends,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know?
Mhm, and a good old, Mountain Dew or coffee because you
Oh, yeah.
gotta stay awake.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And those
Yep.
cotton picking chocolate covered espresso beans?
Ugh,
Are you kidding me?
that's ugh.
Yeah, but you have to stop
You
that.
do, you got yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do to keep
Oh, yeah.
awake a little bit, keep your eyes open at least, especially when you're
Yeah.
working
Yeah.
with patients. Yep.
Back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I don't miss the night shift at all, and God
So
bless those who work it
I yes.
and love it.
Yeah, God bless them
Yeah.
that will not be my life.
Yeah, I tell people I
Lord.
like to sleep at night. I can all day you got me. I can do whatever you need.
Uh-huh.
But at
No,
9 o'clock, we're done.
absolutely. But
Yes.
see, that's a routine.
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
They joke. They was like, "Yeah, like an old lady." No, no.
yeah,
Because at 9 o'clock, my brain thinks it's time to, wind down. And I got stuff for tomorrow. I got work,
mhm,
and whatever else. Kids got school. I think of it as I got school tomorrow.
mhm. What
Yeah.
I always think, if you can, I always say, I'm not going out after 9. I need to be at home before 9. I mean, yeah, don't call me talking about, hey, don't go call me at the last minute. Talking about, hey, let's go out. No, that's not going to be a thing. Y'all know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because my body says that I have to be ready for bed.
Yeah. But it's weird for me too because I don't know. It's like going out after 9, like, I'm a whole adult. I
No,
can go out what time I want to.
yeah,
But then I'm like,
no,
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
doing that.
I don't after a certain time, I'm like, I'm done.
No,
Like,
yeah, because I'm like, shoot.
I get home at 5 o'clock in the evening, and when you come in my house, my hair wrapped up and I'm in PJs, so,
Mm, oh
yeah,
yeah,
I
it's a
know what I ain't doing for the rest of the day.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, because we have set a routine. We have
Yeah.
set we have taken measures and set boundaries.
Yep. Yep.
And that's what we have decided, which is what we're trying to help everyone else with.
That's it. That's it. Yes.
Is setting those boundaries, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
trying to incorporate, some life-changing habits, and you don't have to do them all at once.
You don't. One thing at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself with trying to do all these things.
No.
Take what's pertinent to you, what you can do.
Mhm.
Little things that you can do to get yourself on that path to recharge.
Oh,
You got to recharge that battery because you can't let it deplete and you don't fill it back up. Um,
absolutely.
yep.
Which is why, they need to come visit us.
That's
You know?
it. You know, at Embody, I offer wellness consults,
Mhm.
and soon, we'll incorporate a functional wellness piece that really, takes a little bit deeper dive into, what issues you're having.
Yeah.
And many people, that don't see like their doctors or don't have one, you can definitely come and we can, take care of most of that stuff for you.
Mhm.
But definitely hydration. IV hydration that helps combat dehydration, which if your body is dehydrated, you're already too late. You're on the wrong side of the track. So we need to get you back quicker. And so definitely IV hydration can be a supportive tool for people, who's struggling with nutrient depletion,
Mhm.
dehydration, fatigue, brain fog. It has so many benefits. It can flush toxins out your body, but it's a great thing that you definitely should try.
Absolutely. And
Yep.
and that's something that I also preach is not only hydration, but understanding that the ECS system or your endocannabinoid system, it strives for balance,
Yes.
which includes sleep, which
Hmm.
includes hydration, which includes moving, which includes being pain free, which includes decreasing the inflammation in your body. And
Hmm.
that's what my products take care of. I all of it is geared toward decreasing that inflammation, toward
Hmm.
helping you get a better night's sleep, toward helping you move, toward helping you take deep breaths, those warm baths, when you get out,
Hmm.
using the massage oil, doing things that set intention for you.
Yeah. Yep.
And
Yep.
I think that's important.
Very important. And then, just to talk about mental health, those deep breathing exercises that you mentioned earlier, those things can help with just, you kind of woosawing that mental health. So all those things combined, Miss
Mhm,
Varner and her CBD line,
mhm.
IV hydration definitely will help you sleep. I promise you, you will sleep like a baby.
You will.
So,
You
um,
will.
and then just those, mental health aspects of it, journaling,
Absolutely.
lifestyle practices, all those things. Take it one day at a time, but definitely start to treat yourself better than what you're doing.
Yeah, because if you don't treat yourself better, your body will let you know it.
Yeah. And don't let it be too late.
Oh God, no,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
please
So,
don't.
mhm.
I think that's what's really important is that people need to. Well, I hope they try to understand
Yeah. Yeah.
that that it's a process.
It is.
You can take little steps. You can take baby
Uh-huh.
steps.
Yep.
That this is a safe space for them to talk about it,
Mhm. Yep.
for them to for them to hear us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And keep you can keep what resonates with you.
Mhm.
What sounds something that really makes you think, makes you go,
Yeah.
okay, I
Yeah.
can do that.
Yep. Yep.
You know,
And these are easy things that you can
yeah,
do, that you can incorporate. But also think about just things that you enjoy doing. Or what is that thing that you would like to do? I was
mhm,
just challenged with putting myself on the calendar regularly
mhm.
as if it's an appointment and don't cancel.
Oh, heck yeah!
Yeah. And
I
that's something
totally
I
did
don't
that.
do.
I
So
do.
I know I need to start doing that.
Oh yeah, I say it all the time. You know, you're not gonna be able to get in contact with me on a Saturday or Sunday unless it's really important. It's gonna have to
Yeah.
be a SOS because that's my time.
Yep. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
going. I'm going to take some time for me.
And you have to. Like, my business line will ring on Sunday or somebody may text me and I'll just leave it. Like, I am off on Sundays and, certain time after on Saturdays. And I'm sorry, unless, I've had someone to say, hey, I'm on my way to have dinner with my family. And it's like 7 o'clock. Well, I can pay you extra. I'm sorry, I'm closed. Because if you don't set boundaries for yourself, then people will just take advantage. You're just going to be right back where you started.
That's
So,
when your business hours.
you definitely have to have some boundaries, but most importantly, take care of yourself, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
Detox, recharge that battery.
because if you don't take care of yourself, I always say you can't pour from an empty cup.
Yep. Yep.
You have to take care of yourself. You have to.
You absolutely do. Absolutely do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means taking. You cannot take care of others. And I
Right.
think that's what. And we as women, especially, um,
Mhm.
we don't always get that memo.
We don't. We don't.
We don't. We don't know. I think the younger women are, I think they're getting it actually, um, more than some of us that are a little bit more seasoned.
Yeah.
Um, I think I think they do. I think
Yeah.
that,
Yeah. We don't make our own to-do list. We don't put ourselves on our own to-do list.
no, we don't.
No,
And
no.
and that's important,
It's very much so. Yep.
'cause nothing else happens, nothing else goes on
Right.
in
When we're
households
down.
without
Mhm. That's it. That is
without
it.
without you know without a woman. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's just the
Yep.
way it is. We run it.
Yeah, which we should have been president, but, that's neither here nor there.
Yes. Well, we are multitaskers.
Yeah. Yep, yep.
We are. Most I don't know of any woman that's not a multitasker.
Right.
you know
Yeah,
we
we wear
we
many
can
hats.
yeah, we can run a country and and still
Absolutely.
run our household.
That's it.
We can do both.
Abs Yeah, we can. I agree. I agree.
We can run rings around a
Uh-huh.
whole bunch of other folks.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's what I would say.
Absolutely.
The most
Yep.
powerful thing anyway is getting a whole group of women that are single-minded in their objective and that
Yeah.
goal.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can't stop them.
Yep. Yep.
You
I agree.
cannot.
I agree. I agree.
Now,
Well,
poor little
guys,
I guess if he were here, he may have something to say.
he would or he'll just be quiet.
Oh,
Mhm.
bless his heart.
Mhm.
We wish him I hope that he's
We
doing
do.
better.
We miss you, James, and we hope you're feeling
We
well.
do. We
I hope
do.
you're detoxing and recharging yourself, your batteries
Yes,
today.
yes. I
Yep.
hope he is too.
Yes, yes. Yep, absolutely. Well, if
Oh,
you are encouraged by today's message and you want to learn more about us, about what we offer, about ways that we can help you personally, you can find us. I'm Dr. Jans. I am on Instagram at EmbodyHW. You can find my website, embodyhw.com. Right now, you'll see Embody Hydration and Wellness, but just a little plug out there, I am rebranding. So you will see Embody Health and Wellness because that is my focus. So find us on social media. You can come to my website and you can feel free to book a wellness consultation, and I'll make sure you're well taken care of.
Okay. And I am Varna Spencer. Y'all know me as Auntie V. I'm the healing consultant. You can find me on all my social media, thehealingconsultant.com, Auntie V CBD, the Healing Consultant CBD. Come find me. I'm here. I'll always be here. And yes, I am now going to be accepting consultations also. Uh,
Awesome.
so, yeah, so check out the website and come visit. Yes, anytime. The website's open 24/7.
That is fantastic. That is great.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. So until next time, guys, don't forget to breathe
Balance
and become.
and become. And
We will
remember,
see you
guys,
next time. Oh,
yes, healing is the assignment, y'all.
that's
So
it.
get with it.
We'll see y'all next time.
Bye bye.